It starts with you. It starts with your mindset, how you work the apps, how you adapt, how you evolve. And if DoorDash is that bad, delete the app. Not the video I planned today, but let's go. I had reported on this about a month ago, and then about almost 2 weeks ago, week and a half on a Sunday Live, we tried this out. Tipping your DoorDash delivery driver an additional tip or adding a tip after delivery. In my market, it didn't look like I had the option. I talked about this because I've seen customers actually tip me afterwards. I filmed all this. It's not nothing new. But in markets around the country, DoorDash always test pilots different things. So first I want to give a couple shout outs, and I want to give you my opinion on this tipping after delivery, not being able to tip as a consumer before. Let's get into it. My name is Mr.BetonYou, but you probably already know that. If you're new, keep watching, you might get something from this video. Is this half empty or is it half full? Depending on your mindset, depending on how you look at the world, depending on how you look at DoorDash, depending on how you view yourself, the answer will be different, depending on where you're at in life. This channel has always been about bet on you set goals one day at a time, adapting, being positive. Now, while all my videos have not been positive, in 2023 and beyond, I'm really trying to make them that. I'm trying to say that when I see something like this is half full. It's not half empty. And if you think it's half empty, hey, that's cool. But this is half full. Okay, why do I have that stupid analogy? Well, when you look at anything DoorDash does, most things that DoorDash does, when you view what DoorDash does, when you view what consumers do, when you view how you look at the app, how you feel when you turn it on, you're either, in my opinion, half full, half empty. So I saw a couple videos. Shout out to GigTube. Go check them out. He attributed me, whatever, in a post. I saw it when I woke up this morning, and I said, okay, I didn't watch these two videos. One video from Doordash Diaries, one video from Zach Drive Fast. Shout out to those content creators as well. I want to give them credit for the videos that they made because I'm talking about those videos today. One video, Doordash Diaries, talks about how the new added feature in some markets where you can add a tip. And he shows film of he orders something and there's an add tip button as the driver's kind of en route and you can add a tip. Now, you can add a tip if you didn't tip already. You can add to the tip. I've talked about this, and I think that to me is a great feature. I think it's a great feature. I think a lot of consumers, they tell us in comment sections, Facebook groups, Reddit groups, viral TikTok videos, I don't want to tip you until I see what kind of service I get. Now, I think that's a ridiculous statement. However, millions of people believe that. So you get good service. You happen to take a DoorDash delivery and it made sense to you, whether it was added peak pay or the miles or it was stacked. And now this consumer can possibly leave you a tip on the app. I've seen it happen to me. I think it's a good thing. I see for me, that's a glass half empty or glass half full kind of scenario. I don't look at the negative. I'm not going to be worried about tip baiting and blah, blah, blah. Those things happen, but I'm not looking and working the apps in that way. So when I saw that video, I was like, hey, nothing new here. Not a big deal. Talked about this, but it's a great feature. Glad he was able to show his audience that option. I see no issues with it. Zach Drives Fast, shout out. He does a video, I believe, in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a market where they're testing no tips. Like the customer can't leave a tip until afterwards, but the drivers get an extra $1 for some kind of fee, and then additional, possibly more peak pay. So some of these orders might be $6, $7, and some of them might make sense, and then you might get an additional tip afterwards. Once again, I don't see a problem with that. And this is why. The days of me worrying about what DoorDash is doing, thinking that they're trying to take advantage of us, all that, for me, personally, those days are over. And when you're thinking about things like this, and when you're thinking about things being half full versus half empty, it's easier to stomach some of the things that the gig economy companies do. A lot of them will do some shady things. A lot of them will test markets and test things and test pilots. They're $1 billion business. Every $1 billion business does that. Every $1 billion business will do that. They're in it to make money. I'm done giving them my time, my energy. Not really worth it for me. So I look at these things as just business practices. I'm not worried. I'm not concerned. I am going to continue to make my money, continue to adapt, continue to evolve, continue to give my energy in a positive way, continue to look at half full, not half empty. That mindset is super important. And this channel is mostly about that. DoorDash is a backdrop, okay? Think about this. Think about the Rocky movies. They're boxing movies, right? They're boxing movies. A lot of boxing stuff going on there, boxing analogies. They're in the gym, they're in the ring, they're boxing. Think of the new Creed movies. Boxing is the backdrop. That's not what the movie's about. This channel, the backdrop is DoorDash, the gig economy. Many of you subscribe and watch for that. Thank you. But that's not what this channel is about. It's mindset, it's motivation, it's this, it's that. I'm not going to allow in 2023 a gig apps test pilots and this and that to make me make videos to strike fear into my audience and assume things and think everything is really, really, really negative and automatically think and make videos with a negative mindset in mind. I'm not going to do that here. Others can, others will. I salute to those content creators. I'm not going to see these programs as half empty from the beginning. GigTube wanted my opinion, my whatever on this. I haven't done a deep dive. I'm not looking. I haven't found any, and I'm not going to find, I haven't seen any really screenshots or options of these customers doing this and people making money less or more. Everything that we deal with so far, I think when we have these videos and these test pods, is such a small sample size. And in 2023, I'm trying to give you all the facts. So I can just give my opinion based on videos. GigTube wanted that. He's asked me many times to do, I would like to hear Pedro's thoughts, Mr.BetonYou's thoughts. And I thought this was an appropriate video because it was two different types of really programs, two different types of markets, two different types of perspectives, in my opinion. But thinking of things in reality and trying to look at drivers and say, hey, this is what's coming, this is what's going on. I think that's good because a lot of things these companies do, drivers need to be informed, especially new ones. But I'm gonna keep saying it, and I'm gonna keep living it. I'm gonna keep showing you guys. It starts with you. It starts with your mindset, how you work the apps, how you adapt, how you evolve. The gig economy companies do not control you. If you think they do, this channel might not be for you. You control your movements in life. And if DoorDash is that bad, delete the app. Nobody's telling you to turn the app on. Like I said in a live this is last Wednesday, you have options. Don't think that DoorDash is the only company you could work for. There's other gig economy companies, there's W-2s. If you're sitting in your car, sitting on your couch, sitting in your office, complaining about DoorDash all day and you feel like you don't have options, it's because you think you don't have options, so therefore you don't. You have opportunities, you have options. DoorDash is not the worst company in the world. DoorDash is not paying for this video. I used to think DoorDash was really just scummy, making negative videos. Once I changed my mindset, the things around me have gotten actually a lot better. And working the app has become a lot better. So whether a customer can tip before, after, during, listen, these things will affect drivers. I 100% get that. But you control the money you make. Anybody that thinks DoorDash controls what you make, they do because you believe that. I don't believe that. Some people will not like this video. Some people will get this video. It's all good. I will always speak my truth. But we got to stop with all the negativity and the assumptions. We can do better. And if DoorDash is that bad, let's deactivate the apps and leave the money for the drivers that need to go out there and make it. Because the moment that I see the gig economy becoming this big bad wolf and gloom and doom is the moment I stop working it. It's the moment I stop making these type of videos because then it's not worth it. But I see and have met thousands of drivers that are having success with this, using it as stepping stone, betting on themselves. I believe there are way more drivers doing and using the apps in a positive way than a negative way. Regardless of what programs DoorDash brings out, regardless of what things change, things are going to change. You control how you move. You control what you do with these apps. You control you, not DoorDash. Let's stop giving them so much credit. I will put links to both of the videos or the channels. I'll put links to the channels in the description box so you can watch the videos. I do think both videos are very good, just very different. They're offering information, which information and knowledge is power. I think it's absolutely amazing. But this is, for me, This is my opinion on some of these videos and these programs and this and that. While very different from the old Pedro, listen, I've evolved. I've changed a little bit. I look at the apps very differently. Because I've been able to do this, it's allowed me not to have all of my income come from DoorDash. So I view the app as an opportunity versus a job. I view the app as I will make it and I will figure it out versus me needing them to do something for me. I don't need them to do anything for me. I'll take care of it on my own. See you tomorrow. If you like this video or others, check out this one here. Consider hitting subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments.